Well, it's that time of year again. Christmas. And because it's nearly Christmas, I thought, let's make a video about a Christmas episode of Thomas that's about Thanksgiving. Wait, what? The episode starts with Thomas greeting the villagers and promising them that he'll bring them lots of parcels. However, a blizzard arrives covering Sodor in a blanket of snow. There is so much post for the village that Thomas says he'll need an extra truck for it all. Percy felt left out as there was no post left for him. However, Thomas's driver comes up to Thomas and says that that controller needs him at the big station and Percy is to take his train to the village. Now Thomas is sad as he won't be able to say Happy Christmas to all the villagers. Percy says that he'll do it for him, but this does not cheer Thomas up. As Percy makes his way to the village to deliver the post, a fogman flags him down. He tells Percy that the village is snowed under and they need snowplows, workmen and a helicopter. Percy leaves the trucks on the siding and goes to fetch Harold, while Thomas fetches Terence and the works train. Altogether, they work to save the villagers. Harold drops food for them, and Terence clears the snow. When the snow is cleared, the villagers thank Thomas and Percy and call them the best Santa Claus the villagers ever had. Percy asks what Santa Claus is. Thomas explains that Santa is someone who drops presents down chimneys at Christmas. Percy looks at his phone wondering if Santa could go down funnel, but Thomas says he only goes down chimneys. Thomas then remembers that Percy's post train is still on the side, and Percy then goes back to get it. And Toby arrives with hot food and drinks for the villagers. That night, the villagers made a plan to thank the engines. The next morning, the engines woke up to find that the sheds were repainted and decorated with parcels lying everywhere. Everyone agrees it's a very happy Christmas. In case you don't know, Shiny Time Station was how Thomas was introduced to America. The show was about a little man called Mr. Conductor. He would tell kids in the station about Sodor, and then it would show a Thomas episode. The Thomas episode shown was usually related to the Shiny Time episode. One episode called Billy's Party is about Thanksgiving. Being a British show, Thomas didn't have any episode about Thanksgiving, so they changed all the mentions of Christmas to Thanksgiving.
It's nearly Christmas and I'll bring you lots of letters and parcels.
It's nearly Thanksgiving, and I'll bring you lots of letters and parcels.
The title was changed from Thomas and Percy's Christmas Adventure to Thomas and Percy's Mountain Adventure, and they cut the scene where Thomas and Percy talk about Santa Claus.
Well done, Percy. Well done, Thomas. You're the best Santa Claus this village has ever had. What's a Santa Claus? Santa Claus is someone who drops presents down chimneys at Christmas time. I wonder if... No! Chimneys, Percy, not funnels. Which reminds me, your post train is still back in the siding, isn't it? Percy hurried back to fetch it.
Well done, Percy. Well done, Thomas. Percy, I've just remembered. Your mail train is still back at the siding, isn't it? Percy hurried back to fetch it.
However, the dubbing track wasn't edited with the footage, so all the music and sound effects are out to sync with the footage.
Percy hurried back to fetch it. Just then, Toby arrived with Henrietta. We've brought lots of hot drinks and food for the villagers.
In later releases, this episode is completely messed up. The scene of Thomas and Percy talking about Santa is kept in, but now the narration is horrendously out of sync.
Percy, I've just remembered. Your mail train is still back at the siding, isn't it? Percy hurried back to fetch it.
But now music and sound effects are in sync, and then at the end, we get a 15-second dubbing track of the We Wish You a Merry Christmas song. What I think they should have done is have George Carlin narrate a Thanksgiving version specifically for Shiny Time Station, and then a Christmas version for all future releases. So yeah, the American version of this episode is pretty messed up, but despite all of that, it's still one of the best Christmas episodes of the show. Thank you all for watching, and have a very happy Christmas.